then we'll go to the doubles. Taylor Lewis, Whitlock Nicholson for yet another game. And Rod Studio commentators.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Evoking memories of the time he sat down on stage at the City West against Phil Taylor before a big game and was sent packing in the plane.
Yes. Didn't even have to think about that. Well,
first leg England to
then he says to the referee, who's
Game
first? It's the fact that, look, get your priorities right, man. Paul's definitely got the qualities of a world-class player, but sometimes he needs to try a bit harder on the board, I think.
You'd be surprised if he had any way of getting into the head of Adrian Lewis, because Lewis is so pragmatic. He just saunters around up there, totally relaxed. But Nicholson has got himself buzzing at the start of this game, a match that he must win. Otherwise, it's good night as far as Australia are concerned.
95.
Point well made, Rod. I don't think Adrian Lewis buys into all the antics of anyone, because he just believes in his ability, and he knows that if he gets on with it and does a job, he will probably win this game.
We all know Adrian Lewis learned a very expensive lesson when Peter Manley took him to school at the Circus Tavern, and he walked off all those years ago when old One Dart played him like a violin. But those days are long gone. Adrian Lewis is no longer a kid. He's a man, and he's a darts player of the highest quality, and a world champion too.
Paul, you know, he's very, very capable. Just got to prove it.
Good start by Nicholson, Wayne. Very good, in fact.
His best start to a singles, and maybe that's what he needed, because he seems to have been chasing in all his singles matches, and it's been Simon Whitlock that has been carrying him. Treble 17. The little red bit right in the centre of the ball.
136.
Well, he moved the wire, forced the wire to wobble.
27.
Calamitous, giving Nicholson breathing space. He was unlucky on the effort with the ball. It would have been a dozen darter. Double 8. Lovely leg for Paul Nicholson. Superb.
That is a real confidence boost. It's okay scoring well and just missing the bullseye for a 161, but it's when you get down to those little out shots, the 25s like Paul just had, and you go dink dink and it's in, and then to start the next leg off like this, better, miles better from Nico.
Touch of the Peter Wrights with the hair for Paul Nicholson. Daubed the green and gold on his barnet. Not sure it's quite the professional job from Joe Wright, Peter's wife. I think he might have done it himself, but yeah, anyway.
There's no way that took 3 hours, is it? No, not a chance. 2-minute job. And Paul back in 2012 in the final against England. Went to the board, required 56 to be a World Cup winner. Hit the 16, pulled the tops and missed the 10s. And then Simon missed, and the rest is history. Adrian Lewis and hit double 5.
What a match that was, what a final that was. Maybe they'll have a doubles decider again, because Nicholson leads by 1 and has the darts here.
And in that said match was the last time that these two played each other.
139.
Paul Nicholson beat Adrian Lewis 7-4 on that occasion. Different format, but it's all going Nico's way again.
85. Australia.
80 all over the place.
Another lightning quick leg. Nicholson looking to go out in 15 or fewer again. 20 for 32. And he's got so much time. Doesn't need to waste any more time. Why would you when you can check out like that?
Well, Paul Nicholson's been having trouble putting darts together. Now he's put two cracking legs together. 14 and 15, finds himself 2-0 up against Adrian Lewis, and just when Simon Whitlock needed all the help from Paul Nicholson, he's getting it.
60.
Full credit to Paul. Standing up and he's being counted. Brilliant.
He has wins over Lewis. He mentioned he has a World Championship win over Adrian Lewis.
93.
2008, that was the year that Nicholson burst onto the darting scene when he turned up at the Grand Slam in the shades. Kicked off 180. The World Championship that year, he scorched through the early rounds, and one of his victims was Adrian
60.
Lewis. The pre-world champion Adrian Lewis, of course. That's it. That's where he wants that first one.
140.
Well, in the first two legs of the previous match that Adrian Lewis played, 7 140s in 2 and a bit legs. It's just at his first one. It shows you the difference in his game. It comes and goes sometimes.
Brilliant, leaves double 18. Fantastic finishing. Well, you said it, Wayne. It comes and goes.